If you want to rage bait a car enthusiast or any of your homies that has a project car, honestly, just tell them to LS swap it. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I have no fucking idea what goes into engine swap, but all I know is it's not as easy as take the engine out, throw a new one in, and the car just starts going. In this video, we'll be going to visit two friends who are currently in the middle of an engine swap. Two different chassis, two different engines. We'll do a motion check, labor check, and a mental check. And at the end of the video, we'll see if it's worth throwing one into my car.
What up, twin? It's me, Kaden, but you might know me as the Kaiju. I do YouTube, and every now and then you'll find me at Legoland, so yeah. So this NA Miata, right here, K-swap. But I will say, too damn expensive. Motion check, I mean the car, before the engine swap happened, like it was probably like 10, 13 bands in. But then I was like, okay, motion check happened on me. One of the YouTube videos hit, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I think we can explore some horsepower. Now I'm broke. This whole swap has probably cost me like 20 bands just to see this K in this Miata engine bay, and that's honestly really depressing to hear because this is like max like a $4,000 car, come on. So like I balance like school, work, and stuff, but in terms of how long this car has taken me to get to this point, and I don't know, it's probably taken me about a good 4 or 5 months, but that's honestly just because I have no clue what I'm doing. The most I've done in building was just building Lego sets. So when it comes to cars, yeah, I got no clue. I'm just watching Chris fix it, and I guess I have a K-swap in my Miata now, so. Mental check, guys. I'm fucking losing it, guys. I'm fucking. Yeah, no, this thing has dug in my butt for sure. I think when it's all said and done, I might be happy, but for the price point, probably not. I probably should have just turboed it, to be honest, especially since it's a Miata. I think the hardest part about that is probably just the knowledge about it. I have honestly no clue what I'm doing. Luckily since YouTube's out there, I've had a whole bunch of people that had the K-swap Miata come out to me and say, okay, well, you need to do this, you need to do this, don't do this. So honestly, up here, there's nothing going on between these eyes. I think if you're really smart about motor swaps, I think you can do it. There's a lot of examples of where it can be cheap. For example, the Miata, the 1.6, people honestly just go like up and upgrade to the 1.8. This thing is a kit. That's honestly probably the only reason why I understand what I'm doing. Yeah, it's honestly just comes down to the knowledge. You can probably do it for cheaper, for sure. Like, it's a big difference between spending 20 bands to 3 bands, something like that. Do research, do research. I did not do research, and I am broke, but it's honestly just because this has taken a lot out of my pocket. So if you want to do it, I think it's very, there's a big like return on it in terms of like the fun of the car. Like this thing's gonna feel like a go-kart, but I am in a lot of financial debt, I guess, just because I wasn't smart about it. And honestly, if I was to redo it, I probably just would have turboed it. But here is a 2.4 liter in a Miata, so. Yeah, you just gotta be smart with it.
I'd say when it comes to swapping your engine, it really does depend on your situation as well. If the engine is blown or you just have a rolling shell lying around, and if you have money to spend, then by all means, run that engine swap. But if you have a motor that's blown and you're tight on funds, honestly, just rebuild the engine or just throw the same motor in, bro. Like, to be honest, it's not worth doing a whole engine swap from a different engine that was never in the car in the first place. It is not worth the financial stress. So you gotta account for money, time, and your own mental sanity / patience. Money for one, because you'll be buying a lot of things on top of the engine for the swap to run smoothly. Time is also an issue, whether you pay someone to do the swap for you or if you decide to do it yourself. Especially if you do the swap yourself, it'll take maybe a month up to a year, maybe prolong it even more, or it'll never even get done, just because when it comes to time and timing, things might happen in your life, and sometimes life just happens and you gotta put things to a pause. Patience is a thing as well, and your mental sanity, because to be honest, working on these 90s cars, they'll test you. You'll be trying to break something loose. A 5-minute job turns into a 2-day job, maybe a week job, depending on if the part's available, depending if you strip a bolt, depending on a lot of things. And honestly, you just have to be patient.
What's up, you guys? My name is Hamilton Poole. Currently doing a YouTube drift build right now. You follow along on that on YouTube, which is Hamilton_Poole. I manage a private car collection. We have about 20 exotic cars. And this is my Nissan S14 with a VQ swap in it. It's a rev up, which not a lot of people like, but I like it. It's really fun to do. So previously I had a Nissan 350Z. That was my dedicated drift car, but unfortunately the chassis was just too far gone. So randomly I just scrolled on Marketplace, found the S14, pulled this motor out. This was my first ever motor rebuild, so kind of has some sentimental value to me, and decided to throw it in this car. So besides me rebuilding the motor, I did a full ISR swap kit, motor mounts, exhaust, the whole nine. And then I also did a Hexa Motorsports custom ECU and harness. Did a 5-lug swap conversion on this as well. And I also did a full ISR catback exhaust. With all those parts spent plus some other parts, it's probably around $8 grand to do this swap. There's obviously some cheaper ways you can go about doing it. There's also some more expensive ways you can go about doing this. So this was like a happy medium. ISR pretty much gives you everything for a good price, but there are some other custom parts I had to buy to make this swap work. For that, I mean, $8 grand's not bad. It's almost running and driving. So to do this swap, honestly, it wasn't that hard to put in the car. I mean, there were some small modification areas that I had to do. So right here on the firewall, you have to trim all of that back because of the plenum. It sits up above the hood, and I have to raise the hood up now so it can clear everything. Just do some little bit of trimming. But besides that, I had to hammer out the transmission tunnel, and that's pretty much it. There aren't really a lot of complications with this car. From the Z to the S chassis, you pretty much plug and play for the most part. I wouldn't say for the average car enthusiast, no. If you have a dedicated track build, then yeah, go ahead and do it. But if you're just looking to do some light wrenching and things like that, I would not recommend doing a motor swap unless you just blow your motor, put a new stock motor back in. But if you want to do this, don't do it unless you have a lot of time and a lot of money. All right, that's Pete, the shop dog. The most important thing I'd say you need to do is just don't rush it. Take your time, study it, learn everything that needs to be done before doing it. Give yourself like a budget. Don't go over the top. Find the motor, buy the simple parts, put them in, and then go from there. Don't try to make this one big scheme. Do one thing at a time. Do not try to tackle multiple tasks unless you'll just mess everything up. So motor first. Once you have all that assessed, do your fuel, do all that, leave wiring for last. Don't rush it, take your time, one thing at a time. It's the most important thing you can do.
After hearing Kaden and Hamilton, my takeaway is that you really got to do your own research before you throw yourself into a motor swap. And of course, you won't be able to know every single thing that goes into it through research. This is low-key the type of thing you kind of gotta throw yourself into and learn on the way, because there's way too many little things to consider. At least if you do the research beforehand, you won't be caught off guard and know what you're getting yourself into. In my humble opinion, from what I've gathered, there's 3 different tiers for motor swaps. Tier 1 is basically swapping in the same motor that was already in the car. It could be rebuilt or it could just be a replacement engine. This is the most cost effective and easiest because it's really just plug and play. Nothing extra, just straight up engine in your car, and it's pretty straightforward. Tier number 2, throwing in a motor that is within the same car family. Now the difficulty and cost can vary because in this case it's not just plug and play anymore. You gotta buy a new harness, new ECU, potentially new motor mounts, potentially a transmission adapter, downpipes, all the accessories that go with said engine if it didn't come with it already. And you already see how this is kind of high-key adding up, right? But since the motor is within the same car family, there's a chance that some parts are interchangeable and that some engines could be a direct fit into the chassis. And then we have tier number 3, throwing in a motor that is not related to the car whatsoever. If you got 0 experience throwing a motor into a car like me, we should not be touching this twin. This is like YouTube car build shit. We don't got the budget or time or skills for this type of stuff. But obviously, if you are familiar with doing swaps, get creative and take risks if you got motion, of course. If you got no motion though, it really doesn't make sense to do it unless if you decided to dedicate a portion of your life to this, or if you just want to be different or unique, or if you just want some clout. Motor swaps for the average person is possible, and honestly is probably the biggest job that you can ever do on a car. It'll earn you a lot of street cred. It'll be so satisfying once you get it up and running. You will have basically hit a level of prestige that the average car enthusiast dreams of getting to one day. But just beware of the cost, time, and toll it will take on your body and mental. This is something that I want to do one day, and I am aware that right now I don't have the funds or time currently to do something this big yet, but I have made up my mind. If I have an opportunity to ever do a swap to my 240, I'll do it. But I'd say if you have time, money, and patience, just go for it. Hey guys, welcome to the end of the video. Shout out Hamilton and Kaden for coming through and giving their thoughts and expertise on engine swaps. Obviously I'm a noob, and there's other noobs out there that want to know what really goes into an engine swap, so I thought it would be a fun idea to throw this video together and kind of get like a first-hand type of experience on people who are like currently going through it right now. So yeah, that was cool. Thanks Kaden and Hamilton. Those are the boys. But yeah, last video popped off. We hit a new milestone in that video, 1,000 likes, so hell yeah. Also, we're already like halfway to 2,000 subs, so that's pretty fire. Yeah, there's some momentum going on here, so I want to go ahead and try and keep that up. This Saturday, October 11th, hitting up JCCS, and yeah, next video is gonna be a vlog. I'm gonna try to edit the vlog like how I've been editing my recent videos with that new style, so we'll see how that looks. But yeah, thank you guys for subscribing and liking the videos, and I'm gonna just keep going for you guys. Oh yeah. Oh, and for the new viewers, I'm gonna be hitting up Japan in like December, so stick around if you want to see that stuff. I'm gonna be doing car stuff over there as well, like buying parts and car culture stuff. Alright, see you guys.